Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to sort inside of Power BI, basically custom sorting. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do so by hitting the subscribe button. So on my screen here, I have a visualization that shows different category based on the number of country. This visualization was made from my previous video. If you have not checked it out, kindly check the video out. In that video, I showed you how to categorize your values using conditional column in Power Query Editor. So after doing the categorization, I came to visualize the data in Power BI Desktop. So different countries goes into different category. So in the average categories, I have 34 countries that has yearly gallon per capita consumption, rich 15 countries, very poor, and so on and so forth. However, this is not how we want the data to look like, or this is not how we want the visualization to look like. Okay, so at the moment, the kind of sorting you have inside of Power BI is basically into two based on the fields that you selected. So if you want to do any sorting in Power BI, just come to the ellipsis by the top right. So you can see there is sort here, sort axis. So this is basically the category, which is our x-axis, and the count of the category in y-axis. Okay, so it is currently in ascending order by the category, which is very obvious. You can see it is A, P, to the last one. So the other alternative we have is to sort based on the count. So from the highest number to the lowest number, either ascending or descending. So I'm going to select count here. So you can see, so this is on descending. If I click on sort axis, so it's on count category based on ascending. I can also do count descending. So you see, however, that is not what we want to achieve. Our goal is to do the visualization from one extreme end to the other extreme end in such a way that we are going to have something that looks like a bell curve, your normal distribution. Okay, so we want to have, okay, the very rich, the rich, average, poor, then the very poor. That's what we want to achieve. Okay, so alternatively, to also get a better perspective of what we want to do, so I have another data set here. So let me open a new page. So this is called sales data. So we have two data sets here, this sales data and the world oil consumption data. So the categorization I did is on my previous video. Please don't forget to check it out so that you can have a good understanding of what we are doing. So this sales data it has two columns, basically the amounts and the sales amounts in USD million. So I'm going to select amounts. Oh, sorry, I'm going to select the months and I'm going to select the sales. So here you go. So I'm going to put it in a clustered column charts. Okay, so as you can see, this is currently being formatted. Let me put it in focus mode. So it starts from November, which is obviously the highest value, down to the lowest value. And obviously, our month of the year did not start in November. We want to start from January to December. So let's see what is currently being sorted. Go to the sort, then you see sort axis. It's currently being sorted by sum of sales, and it's by descending. Now, I want to say, okay, what if we sort it by month? So let's click on months. So you can see September, which is also, it's being sorted by months, but in descending order, right? So if you check it right now, sort axis, you can see months, then descending. So if I click on ascending, so this is what I have also, April, August, down to, but that is not what we want. What we want is to have from January, which is our first month, irrespective of the value, to December. Okay, so same thing we want for this categorization. So we want to have the one extreme, which is from very rich down to very poor, the other extreme. So to do that, you need to go and create an extra column. And you call that the key column or give it any name that you want. So I'm going to head back to my data set and just add, a new column. I'm going to call that column key column. Okay. So let's head back to my data set in Excel. So as you can see, this is the data set in Excel, right? So I'm going to just click here and add a key column or give it whatever name that you want. So I'm just going to name it, give it a serial number from 1 to 12. I'm going to fill the series. Okay, so I'm going to save this. Okay, then I will now go back to my Power BI. So don't forget to save it once you're done. So let's do the one with the monthly sales. We are treating the one with the monthly sales first. So immediately you save your work, immediately add the column inside of your data source. Don't forget to click on refresh. So I'm going to click on refresh here. So you can see that we now have 3 different columns here. Initially, it was months and sales amount. So these are our new column that we just added. So the next thing you need to do, you can see our data is still in January, October, hasn't been well sorted. Still the same thing, sorted by months. So the next thing you want to do is to go to your table view. So this is our column. So you can see we have the months, the sales amounts, and the key column. So to fix your key column, first thing is to change the data type. So some people will actually get it wrong here. If it is not enough to add the key column numbers inside your data source, but you also want to format it in the right data type. So at the moment is in text data, okay, which is not actually what we want. So we want it to be in whole number. If you did not change the data type, it's not going to be effective. So I will just come here, then I will change to whole number. So you can see to ask you data type change. With this data type, blah, blah, yes, I want to continue. I'm going to click on yes. This happens anytime I want to change one data type to another data type. So you can see now our key column is now in whole number or the right data type that you want. So now what we need to do is to select the month column and go to your sort by column. The major thing we are doing here is the sort by column. Okay, so I'll click on the sort by. So what am I sorting by? I'm sorting by the new column I just created, which is key column. So I'm going to hit key column. So I've successfully sorted my column by the key column. So you can now go back to your report here. Once you go back to your report view, your data automatically changes. So if I click on the focus mode now, you can see that we now have it being well formatted from January to December. This is how our visualization is supposed to be. So invariably, you can also do it to custom sort any kind of day. It may not be from January to December. Maybe your own financial year starts from October and ends in September, and you want it to take exactly that shape. So you can just go to your data source, just add a new column and set the new column based on your financial year or how you want the data to be sorted by, and you are good. So I'm going to add to my Power Query editor by clicking on the transform data. So transform data. So this is my transform data right now. You can see the categories that we applied earlier. So if I click on the conditional column, the step that we did, you can see what is happening here. So this is actually everything that we did. If yearly gallops per capita is greater than equals to 1,000, very rich, blah blah blah, see the very poor. So that's what we did there. So this time around, we are also going to create another conditional column whereby we say if very poor is, if the column is so categorization, give it this number. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing that we did earlier. So I'm going to say add column, conditional column. Now this time around, I'm going to call this column sort key. Okay, so if my column name, so don't forget, this is where you're going to select your column name. If my column name, which is category, is equal to very rich, that's how I want it to be ranked or sort, then give it 1. So add clause. So I'm going to fast forward this video so that you just get everything I need to do. Okay, guys, so fast, guys, I'm done with my statement and condition. So the first one, if the category equals to very rich, 1, rich, 2, average, 3, poor, 4, and very poor, 5. It actually did not take me much time, but I just don't want to bore you with the repetition. So this is our categorization, right? And we have named it sort key. So I'm going to click on OK. All right, so we have a new sort key, guys. So don't forget, once you create a new column in Power Query Editor, don't forget to change the data type. By default, Power BI might be kind of confused as to which data type should it give, this new column. So just come here, then, so this is definitely O number. So I'm just going to select O number. Okay, so I've successfully, changed the data type to O number. So just go to O, then close and apply. That's for it to save the works that we have done. Now, so once you are on your Power BI desktop, you can now go to, so just give it some time to load, it doesn't take much time. So you can now go to your data view by your left hand, table view by your left hand side. So now I want to sort my category by my sort key column. So you can see this is presently what we have: average, rich, poor, very poor. Irrespective of whichever way we want to sort it, we are still not going to get. This is sorted by count. So if I say we are sorting by category, you can say very rich, very poor. Or if we are sorting by that, this is descending. If we select ascending, it's still not going to give us what we want. So now I need to select my category. Then I'm going to sort by the sort key column that we just created inside of Power Query Editor. So click on category, then on top here, you will see sort by column. Okay, so I'm going to select sort by. Now I'm sorting by this category column by my sort key, the new column we just created. So I'm just going to select sort key. So by now, it should have been sorted by whichever way we design our category column to be sorted by. So let's go back to my report view. Voila. So you can see now it has been sorted by very rich, average, poor, and very poor. Of course, we are going to have more countries in the average. So this just speaks to the normal distribution that we talked about, or the bell curve. You understand? So that is a way to custom sort your values. By default, Power BI is likely going to sort it by alphabetically or by the count or the sum of words in descending or ascending order. You might decide to change the way you want your charts to look like based on how you want to pass the message across. So thank you guys for staying back to this time. If you like this video, don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe so that I can create more meaningful videos like this. Till we meet again. Bye.